Hello, we just landed in Chicago and we're about to leave for Dallas really soon. Thank you, Humanities Department, for sending us here. So we're really excited to get to the Technical Communication Summit, and maybe we're going to preview Adobe Captivate today. So I think it's going to be really exciting. Hope you enjoy the documentary.
I'm Catherine Poe with the Lone Star chapter of STC. We're here in Dallas at the 2010 conference. The thing that I think I enjoy the most is the networking, seeing people I don't see that often, maybe once a year, and there's something really amazing about being around people who understand what you do, because there's so many situations that you're in, trying to explain to your mother-in-law what a technical writer is or what a content person is. Everybody here feels the same pain that I feel. They know what it's like. They get aggravated at work. They have bosses who won't give them training budgets. We all are in the same boat. So it's really nice to be someplace where they understand what we do.
Hey everybody, it's the morning after arriving in Dallas. We're about to check into our first volunteer session in about half an hour, so we're just wandering around a little bit, looking at the sights. This is the lunch crew.
We have walked like 5 miles.
Yeah, you're great for the best.
To the camera or no? Well, I'm graduating, and so I thought coming here might, secure a job for me. But that's probably unlikely. So I'm just here to learn for right now.
So far, I've gone to 2 of these sessions. The first one I went to is about templates and how you can use templates to structure and organize and just help communicate your data, your information, your data, whatever you have to other people. But he also pointed out some of the cons of using them, like every template comes with an upkeep cost. They go out of date and you have to keep renewing them, and most of them don't last more than 6 months. So it was actually really interesting. I never ever thought of a template having an expiration date on it.
So the first session that I went to today was really awesome. It was called Professional Development and Technical Communications, and I found out a lot of facts that I think will be really useful for everyone. So one of the best things that I found is what people are looking for in technical communicators, and I have some bulleted lists. So the first thing is experience. So unfortunately they want people that have 1 to 3 years of experience, like 90% of companies want that. So I think that we should get an internship program or something that gives us experience at school. And then they want excellence in communication skills, which I think we all have. And then the ability to work independently and on teams, that's the third most important thing. And then the ability to adjust in changing times, and organization and attention to detail. So I thought those were all really general things that our program covers pretty well.
The first session I went to was developing a personal voice in audio, which was done by Tom Johnson. And that was really interesting to me because it had a lot of practical application for what I'm doing. And especially because I just got a job with the library doing instruction videos. And so the session talked about how you should use your voice in when giving instructions through like web videos. He talked a lot about lynda.com and that kind of thing. And it was really interesting. He kind of brought out the point that writing is not the same as speaking, and you really need to develop your skills when speaking. Because I mean, you can write a set of instructions and they'll make perfect sense, but that doesn't mean you can speak them and they'll make perfect sense.
Really showed me kind of what I want to be doing with my career. The XML presentation and the content management systems, along with this template, those 2 things back to back for me really showed me what I wanted to do. And I really want to get into content management and usability and reusability and start moving my career towards it.
One thing that's been really good about the sessions is that they have shown me how good of an education we have at Michigan Tech. Because I've known so much of the information that was covered. I was expecting to be like a novice and not understand anything that anyone was talking about, but mostly everything that I've come across I've had some familiarity with from the classes, so that's been really great.
The 2 sessions that I went to today, I thought they were really interesting. It was also kind of interesting to see the different ways that the 2 speakers presented, and some things that work and some things that don't.
Well, I was at a Legos convention. Well, it wasn't a Legos convention. It was actually a little workshop, and they used Legos as a demonstrative tool. And I got up and I told them about my why I chose the Legos that I did and why I built it the way I did and how that reflects me as a person. And while I was up there, I made some jokes about me not wearing a belt and how I'm wearing sandals. And everybody laughed. And so I just went over, this is like 2 hours, 3 hours later, to the computer to do an evaluation, and I bumped into someone who was there, and she said that she really liked me and, you know, what I wanted to do when I graduated, because I also told them I was graduating in a couple days. And she told me that, you know, I told her whatever. I was like, whatever, I don't care, as long as I'm doing something. And she was like, well, we're looking for editing. How are you with editing? And I was like, I'm really good. You know, that, technical writing, whatever. And then I was over by the evaluation computer, so I was like, do you want to see my online portfolio? So I whipped it up, and I showed her the editing section and the piece before, all the track changes I made, and then after, and sat down and talked with her, and maybe I'll speak, well, not maybe, but, and then I'll speak with someone who's under her a little later on today or tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get a job.
Hi, I'm Robert Armstrong. I'm the volunteer student manager for the summit. Really, my favorite part is just helping the students get involved with technical communication and seeing them try to hook up with other students and with the membership as a whole.
I started off the day with how communication works, and I learned everything that I've already learned in class, including, most notably, encoding and decoding for 20 whole minutes. So that was informative.
Mine was about implementing a wiki to document your workflow, and the ultimate goal of this is to let the users help out and change the information. And the technical communicators would kind of sit there and sift through the information that's being given to them. That was kind of interesting.
My favorite part about the conference today was the session with Don Moyer about building visual explanations, practical advice for writers. That session was pretty much amazing. There were 121 people there. Don Moyer was absolutely hilarious, and it was really interesting to see him try to visualize instructions.
Today's the last day. The conference has been great. It's kind of exhausting, but it's absolutely amazing to be here. There's so many people you meet, and there's so many connections you make, and you get new friends. And it's awesome to come to this conference.
So we're all done with the conference now. We're going to be heading out here in about an hour to the airport, and looking back on it, it's been great. We got a lot of practical advice from experts, and it's really interesting because these people are very specialized in what they're doing, and they've spent years working on these things, and it's really nice to get tips and help from them.
It's the last day of the conference, and there's only actually about an hour before we take the shuttle to the airport and leave. But today the conference was much more relaxed since it's the very end. And we also had a breakfast this morning as well with several of the people on the board of directors for the Society for Technical Communication. And that went pretty good. We found out about a couple things, like an honorary society for STC students that you can apply for, and it's really based on GPA. You have to have a 3.5 or above, and you can get a free membership to the society, as well as merchandise and recognition for your resume, things like that. So that sounded like a really great opportunity. So overall, Dallas has been awesome, and we hope to come back next year. Bye!
Michigan rocks! Michigan Tech! We love you!